Wait. Yeah, already on. Microphone, system. Should be able to hear it. Oh, there you are. Yeah. Unmute. Yeah. Okay. Let's see who's here.
Welcome everyone to this event. Now I will hand over to Anubha ma'am for the introduction of this program, and she will start our program.
Just talk. Well, they'll hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah, I will just wait.
I don't know if everybody can see me because I can't see myself. Okay. Yes. So welcome. This is an amazing morning. I'm sure a lot of people have joined from different part of the world, and we are celebrating the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and our hope for creating 2021 through Be Educated. So all those people who are right now, I'm sure you all have somewhere felt connection with Be Educated, and we all know that youth is something we always look forward, because they are going to create hopes for in each and everyone's life. So let's start with applauding everybody who is right now with us. And also, my name is Anubha. I'm going to be the host and MC for you. I work in radio station in New Jersey. So I'm joining here from New Jersey. And I'm hoping everybody else is joining somewhere from India, somewhere from East Coast, or maybe part of the world, Nepal, Pakistan. And that's the beauty of being virtual, I feel. Though 2020 was something which we were really not very happy about. But I think this is one platform, the virtual platform, which we could connect with each other. So we're going to be having this amazing virtual program with all these amazing kids from all around India, Nepal, and hopefully you will enjoy seeing how much effort they all took to present this amazing program today. So first of all, I would request everybody who wants to say something can open your mic, but otherwise, please keep your mic mute so we can have a nice, amazing program, and we can have people, we can listen to what they are saying. So if you're not on the framework, or if you're not performing, please mute yourself. So we'll be respectful to each other. That's one big thing. I think nowadays everybody's talking about etiquettes on Zoom. One of them is that. So I know for some people it's too early to think about all that, but please respect each other. Please mute yourself. In case if you want to unmute and talk something, or you want to applaud, please do that. You're free to do that. So let's start with knowing a little bit about Be Educated. Be Educated is a movement which started in 2005. Be Educated is a mission to build a well-educated society throughout the world, to provide education equal opportunity to masses, in order to help them attain and sustain development and become a responsible citizen. As I was mentioning, nowadays we are not only citizen to one country, but we are actually a global citizen. We all participate and showcase ourselves in different part of world. So we all need to be a global responsible citizen. And believe me, anything happens anywhere in the world, it definitely impacts other people. So we need that our youth should be a responsible citizen. Since then, they have helped 15,000 students in India, Nepal, and Pakistan. Be Educated movement run different programs like Book Aid, Success Academy, Future Girls, and Home for Angels. And you're going to see all these people from different walk of their lives, either from Home for Angels or from Success Academy, from different part of India. you will enjoy and see how they are making difference in their lives, and how Be Educated has made difference in their life. Now, when we are talking about Dr. Martin Luther King, I would say Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is a man who pushed America closer to the ideal on which the country was founded. That all men are created equal, that they are endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights. By the middle of 20th century, it was clear that our country was denying these rights to Black Americans. Black people couldn't eat, travel, or live alongside white people simply because of the color of their skin. They faced terrible discrimination and violence if they dared to break these rules. MLK used the principle of peaceful protest and legal reforms to slowly dismantle the oppressive structure antithetical to the foundation of our country. But the work of creating an equitable nation would not be done even long after he was gone. Today, the fight for equality continues on shifting battlefield as as our value evolves and direct us to pull those who are yet disenfranchised up and uphold the idea of democracy. So today we are celebrating his life, and not only his life, but also life of so many reformers. Reformers like Susan B. Anthony, who fought for women's voting rights in USA, Dr. Ambedkar, who fought caste-based discrimination in India, Nelson Mandela, who worked to abolish apartheid, and Be Educated is joining hands with all these reformers to make an attempt in this direction to make children aware of it so that they can become a better citizen. Together, we can make a better world. So I hope this small brief about what we are doing today is uplifting, and we all will participate equally with all enthusiasm. I know we are on virtual world, but we all can participate by either, clapping or just kind of showing thumbs up, whatever feels good to you. Please, take your time and react to what kids are doing. Enjoy. There are so many programs lined up, and I'm going to start with our first program. So let's welcome our enthusiastic group of kids from a division of Success Academy in Dehradun. Woohoo! So I'm going to make all those noises. I hope you guys don't feel that, who is this crazy person? I love to make noises, and I love that enthusiasm for the kids. So let's do that. And Success Academy, let me tell you a little bit about Success Academy. Success Academy is a project which was designed with kids from low income group. They had a mission to bridge the gap between the rural and the urban education system. The project not only aids and supports their education, but also prepares them for entrance exam for jobs, for their better future. So let's put our hands together for our first skit of the day about color discrimination. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead. Woohoo!
Lift up the computer. Just lift it up.
Can't hear it.
Sometimes there's sound problems. It's not on our end.
I think we are not able to hear the skit. So let's try it again, everyone. So, and the people who are not participating, please mute, because it's good to hear what is going on in the screen, right?
क्योंकि OMG ब्लैक लोग आ रहे हैं। हम इनको अपनी कोई सीट नहीं देंगे। ओके। Excuse me, can I sit here? You black don't sit here. Can I sit here? You black don't sit here. Excuse me, can I sit here? No. Stand up.
One,
Yes. आप इन्हें सीट क्यों नहीं दे रहे हो?
3, 2, 1.
आपको इनके कलर से क्या दिक्कत है? हमें काले लोगों से प्रॉब्लम है। बट वाई? क्योंकि हमें काले लोग पसंद नहीं है। हमें काले लोगों से दिक्कत नहीं होनी चाहिए। काले लोग भी इस चीज का राइट रखते हैं। मैं आपको यही कहना चाहता हूँ कि हमें काले गोरे में भेदभाव नहीं करना चाहिए। इनको भी हर चीज का राइट है। हम सब एक समान हैं। अगर आप सबको बात समझ आ गई हो, प्लीज शेक हैंड।
Sometimes the sound will.
So I think that was amazing. They tried to talk about how color doesn't make any difference. So I know whosoever is kind of managing the screen. I would like to see myself on the screen right now so we can talk more. I'm not able to see myself. Okay, so now let's move on to our second amazing act. Now this is going to be from Home for Angels. I want to give you a little background of Home for Angels. Now this is a group of kids which they're amazing, and they have been going through a lot of discrimination, I don't know, since very long. But this project Home for Angels started January 2017 to provide an education to children who lost their parents due to HIV and AIDS. Mr. Reji, a pastor and a social worker who has adopted over 30 children from age 5 to 17 as his own. Some of these children have inherited the disease genetically and have been abandoned by their relatives due to social stigma. Currently, these kids live with Mr. Reji's family in Panvel, Mumbai, and he has dedicated his life to the betterment of these children. Now we are going to hear amazing patriotic song from Air Watan. It's a movie, Razi, if you guys have watched that movie, this song is very, very, very patriotic, and it brings in all that feelings of, being from that country. So I'm sure we will enjoy this. So let's enjoy this patriotic song from Home for Angels from Mumbai. Let's enjoy that. Over to you guys.
वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, हे वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, मैं जा रहूं जा मैं याद रहे तू, मैं जा रहूं जा मैं याद रहे तू, हे वतन मेरे वतन, हे वतन मेरे वतन, कोई मेरी मंजिल है पहचान तुझी से, कोई मेरी मंजिल है पहचान तुझी से, पहुंचूं मैं जहां भी मेरी बुनियाद रहे तू, पहुंचूं मैं जहां भी मेरी बुनियाद रहे तू, हे वतन मेरे वतन, हे वतन मेरे वतन, हे वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, मैं जा रहूं जा मैं याद रहे तू, मैं जा रहूं जा मैं याद रहे तू, हे वतन मेरे वतन, हे वतन मेरे वतन. Thank you.
Woohoo! Good job. Awesome job. Very good. And I'm sure all the teachers, Jenny, Pooja, Shivani, they must be really proud of them. So yes, now let's, because it's all started, all the fun is started, let's move on to a dance number. This time, the kids from Home for Angels are going to perform a lovely dance from Rind Poshimal Mission Kashmir movie. So if you watch that movie, you know which song I'm talking about. For the people who don't know about Bollywood movies, I'm sure you will be educated today by being educated. So let's watch them perform, and everybody put your hands together, enjoy, have fun. Over to you.
सरगम के मीठे मीठे सुर घोरो, रिंग पोशमाल जिंदगी गायो लो। हे हूँ मैं प्यार का ये नगमा सुनाने, सारी दुनिया को एक सुर में सजाने, सबके दिलों से नफरत को मिटाने। आओ यारो मेरे संग संग बोलो, रिंग पोशमाल जिंदगी गायो लो। हूँ मैं प्यार का ये नगमा सुनाने, सारी दुनिया को एक सुर में सजाने, सबके दिलों से नफरत को मिटाने। आओ यारो मेरे संग संग बोलो, रिंग पोशमाल जिंदगी गायो लो। Thank you.
Woohoo! Awesome. That was amazing. So
Excellent.
this is a song from Mission Kashmir. Amazing movie, amazing song. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Now, as our theme is discrimination, we will enjoy another skit, which is from Success Academy on gender discrimination. So let's give a big hand for the kids who have worked hard for all these skits. So let's move on to our another gender discrimination skit from Success Academy.
Just tell you how many people that's there. You don't have to turn the computer on.
क्यों नहीं खेल पाएंगे बेटा?
ये लोग गर्ल्स है।
गर्ल्स है? गर्ल्स है ना ये सारे?
यस।
क्यों नहीं खेल पाएंगे? खेलेंगे, गर्ल्स भी खेल लेती हैं, है ना? चलिए गर्ल्स खेल के दिखाएंगे अब। चलिए गर्ल्स खेल के दिखाएंगे। चलो क्रिकेट खेलिए आप लोग
चली जाइए
बैठ
बैठ
लीजिए।
लीजिए ना ये लो
फील्डिंग कम ऑन गर्ल्स
इधर आओ तुम लोग
गर्ल्स भी खेल सकती हो
So as you guys know, cricket is like a passion in India. It's like a religion. And our Indian girls cricket team is also as strong as, normal cricket team. So a big hand to all those girls who play cricket from India. Amazing. So this little skit was from Indore, from India. Now I'm going to be introducing one of the amazing personality from New Jersey. And I'm so glad he's from New Jersey. Woohoo! For people from New Jersey, can make some noise. I know I've asked you to mute yourself, but in between, you can always make some noise.
Woo, Mahesh.
Somebody is there from New Jersey. So I have a great pleasure to introduce Mahesh Gurughanti, who is a software engineer, lives in New Jersey. He is one of the board of directors of Be Educated, and he loves to sing and play flute. Isn't that amazing? So he has been playing flute for over 20 years. And today we'll have a privilege to hear him. So I'm so happy to see him and enjoy him playing some few melodies from Bollywood songs. So please, guys, enjoy. And in case if you want to, hear it nicely, please mute yourself in case there should be no disturbance while some artist is playing, right? Thank you.
Anubha, can you hear my voice?
Yes, amazing. Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, Mahesh, it's really good.
Amazing. So I think you should know that a lot of people were just putting up the songs, what are songs you played. So the first one was Dil Hai Chhota Sa,
Yes.
Chhoti Si Aasha from the movie Rosa, and the prelude of Hero movie song जो कि लोगों को बहुत पसंद आता है. So I'm really glad that we could hear some Bollywood amazing music, amazing flute. I would say flute has been in our country for so long. Even we associate our gods like Krishna playing flute. So that was really great, Mr. Guru Ghanti. Thank you so much for that. Now we'll move on with amazing skit on saving water, and we know that how important it is to save water. So this group is coming from Home for Angels. Let's give a big round of applause to the kids who are actually imbibing all these important things which we need to save our earth, right? So one of them is saving water. Everybody, thank you. Over to you.
Good evening, everyone. So today we are going to perform a skit on save water. Can you hear my voice, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, actually, this skit is in Hindi. I know many people are there from different part of world, but actually we are performing this skit in Hindi. So please see and enjoy it. Thank you. पानी कुदरत का अनमोल तोहफा जिसके बिना हम जी नहीं सकते. क्या लोगों को पानी की कीमत समझ आई है? नहीं, लोग तो पानी बर्बाद करने में लगे हैं. आइए तो देखते हैं लोग किस तरह से अपने अपने घरों में पानी बर्बाद करते हैं. आइए हम पहले सीन की ओर तरफ जाते हैं. सीन पहला, एक आदमी पाइप से अपनी गाड़ी धो रहा है.
अरे ठंडे ठंडे पानी से गाड़ी धोना चाहिए. अरे ठंडे ठंडे पानी. अरे भैया ये क्या कर रहे हो? दिख नहीं रहा है? गाड़ी धो रहा हूँ. गाड़ी तो आप बकेट से भी धो सकते हैं, पाइप से क्यों धो रहे? इतना पानी वेस्ट मत करिए. तू कौन है? मैं पानी हूँ. अगर मुझे कोई बर्बाद करेगा तो बाद में बहुत पछताएगा. तेरे ऊपर क्या है? ये यहाँ पर ऊपर फेंका, तू क्या करेगा? चल सवेरे सवेरे आया तंग करने. चल निकल यहाँ से. तो मेरा गाड़ी धोने दे. चल जा चल. ओहो.
ये था सीन पहला. आइए सीन दूसरे की ओर जाते हैं. एक आदमी ब्रश कर रहा है और बेसिन का नल खुला है.
अरे भैया ब्रश करते वक्त बेसिन का नल खुला क्यों रखे हो? बंद करके ब्रश करिए. तू कौन है बे? मैं पानी हूँ. अगर मुझे कोई बर्बाद करेगा तो बाद में बहुत पछताएगा.
ये मेरा पानी है, मेरी मर्जी. तुझे क्या उससे लेना देना? देख बंद चालू किया. तू चल निकल यहाँ से.
ओफो. तो देखा आप लोगों ने, पानी के बार बार समझाने पर भी लोग नहीं माने और पानी की बर्बादी चलती रही. अभी इस पानी के बर्बादी का नतीजा आगे क्या देखने को मिलता है, आइए देखते हैं. एक घोषणा होती है.
सुनो सुनो सुनो, अब आपके घर में सस्ता पानी नहीं दे पाएगा और आपके मोहल्ले में सिर्फ 2 घंटे के लिए पानी आएगा. अब सब लोग अपने अपने जल्दी बाल्टी भर लीजिएगा. धन्यवाद. जल्दी कर भाई, जल्दी कर. हम तो भाई पानी दे, जल्दी कर. जल्दी कर. अरे पानी खत्म हो गया. इतना सा ही पानी है. चलो भाई साहब पानी खत्म हो गया. अरे क्या कर दिया? पूरा पानी बर्बाद कर दिया. चलो जाके नवा बोतल खरीदते हैं. एक बोतल कितनी की?
एक बड़ा 200 रुपए की.
200 रुपए की? इतनी महंगी?
हाँ तो भाव बढ़ गया पानी का. पानी वेस्ट करेंगे हमने सोचा है
तो देखा आप लोगों ने, अब पानी का संकट गंभीर होता जा रहा है, लेकिन लोग नहीं सुधरे. लोगों ने पानी का बर्बादी जारी रखा. अब इसका नतीजा कुछ साल बाद और गंभीर हो गया. फिर एक घोषणा हुई.
सुनो सुनो सुनो, अब आपके मोहल्ले में सस्ता पानी नहीं दे पाएगा और आपके मोहल्ले में एक बड़ा टैंकर आएगा. उनको पैसा दे के पानी लेना होगा. धन्यवाद. पानी लो, पैसे दो. पैसे दो, पैसे दो. खत्म हो गया। अरे खत्म हो गया, मेरे समय में ऐसा क्यों होता है? पानी खत्म हो गया। चल खरीदते हैं। एक बोतल कितने की?
500 रुपए की।
इतनी महंगी?
यार भाव बढ़ गया ना पानी का।
पहले तो 200 रुपए की बोला था।
पानी वेस्ट करने का टाइम पे सोचा नहीं आप लोग ने।
लो।
तो देखा आप लोगों ने, पानी का संकट और ज्यादा गंभीर हो गया है। जो पानी 200 रुपए में मिलती थी, अब वो 500 रुपए की हो गई है। पानी के बर्बादी का नतीजा और ज्यादा गंभीर हो गया, इतना गंभीर कि लोगों को पीने तक का पानी नहीं मिल रहा है।
तो देखा आप लोगों ने, ये वही लोग हैं जिन्होंने मेरे बार बार समझाने पर भी पानी का बचत नहीं की। आज वो इस हालत में है। अगर आप भी पानी का बचत नहीं करोगे तो आपका भी भविष्य ऐसा हो सकता है। इसलिए
पानी बचाओ, भविष्य बचाओ। पानी बचाओ, जीवन बचाओ।
धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू।
Very good, very good.
Amazing. That was really good, Jenny. You really put the word out that how difficult it's going to be if people don't, know how to save water. And I just want to put one small liner, because my dad, all his life, he worked in underground waters. And he used to always go to this big radios and TV. He used to say, when you're serving water, just serve half a glass of water. Why? You don't need to fill the water, because when people come to your home, you normally give full glass of water and the rest of the water is wasted. So initially when he said all that, people used to say, why? This is like very, how we feel that we are not courteous to people. So he said, if somebody wants to take extra water, we'll ask for it. So first try to give them a half glass of water. And I really now understand why he said that. So I think it's important, in our daily life to understand that while we are brushing, we should not keep the water running and all that. It was beautifully done. A big round of applause to all the kids. And also now I'm going to invite our next performer. But before that, I want to welcome Senator Brian Townsend. Woohoo, he's with us. So I know people from Delaware, you can make some noise for him. He's from the same home state as Joe Biden, so I'm sure everybody's more excited. Just a warm welcome to join us, and we are so excited to have you. So now I'm going to take you to Sharon Katz, who is going to sing a beautiful song, which she said she has originally composed. And just a little brief about her. She was born in Port Elizabeth in South Africa. And when Nelson Mandela was finally released from prison, courageous South African musician broke through apartheid barriers to form a 500-voice multiracial children's choir.
I understand, because this is the first time I am involved here. Next time I will try to involve in all
your mic is
activities.
on. Please mute. Thank you so much. I know we'll have to keep announcing that. It's courteous for everybody to enjoy the program. So just make sure you don't on your mic when you're not talking. Okay, so back again. So basically, they promoted a peaceful transition to democracy and went on becoming Mandela's face of new Rainbow Nation. They performed for 7 years. For the first time, Black, white, and biracial children were allowed to sing together. Be Educated and Power of One worked alongside Sharon and has established a beautiful school in South Africa. I'm so excited to hear that Sharon Katz is performing for us. So please give a big round of applause to her. Thank you, Sharon. It's a privilege to have you.
Thank you, everybody, and good morning. And thank you very much for including me in this program. Greetings to all of you, and a special shout to Maria Ruffin for adopting our project, The Peace Train, and becoming a friend of The Peace Train and helping us to support children in an orphanage in South Africa, to build a school in South Africa, always coming to dance with us at our concerts in Philadelphia. Thank you so much for including me in this program. Yes, I was born in South Africa, and I had a big poster on my wall from my earliest memories of Dr. King, I Have a Dream. And as I was growing up as a child in South Africa, Nelson Mandela, of course, was in prison. All those years, I think I was 8 years old when Nelson Mandela was imprisoned. And all my life, I hoped that I could do something for my country. And eventually, when Mandela was released in 1990, I was an adult by then. But with the help of partners and supporters and friends and colleagues across the Rainbow Nation in South Africa, Nonhlanhla Wanda, Zulu South African, many teachers, many friends of all races, and the Indian community played a very, very big role in South Africa in the transition as well. My colleague from Philadelphia, Marilyn Cohen, we mounted the Peace Train Project, which is almost 30 years ago, but we're still going strong. And I'm in Mexico, I'm Tijuana, Mexico. I'm working with children here in Mexico. And so I sing today on behalf of all of the people that I represent. The song that we sang for Mandela many, many years ago. We still sing the song today, and I sent all my greetings. And this is a very positive week, sitting on the border here with the United States, and we saw such immense and important change right now for the world, a positive direction, and we need to preserve all of these principles that Dr. King represented, equality and equal opportunity for all. And so thank you for having this program, and thank you to the children, especially for their beautiful presentations. The time is right today. Let's get together. The time is right today. Let's get together. The world is changing, the time is right to walk together into the light. It's time for changing and rearranging. We've got to sing together, black, brown, white. The time is right today. Let's get together. Time is right today. Let's get together. We do not work for nothing, sisters. Now it's time to right those wrongs. We do not work for nothing, brothers. We have been waiting too long. The time is right today. Let's get together. The time is right today. Let's get together. Sí. Queremos felicidad. El cambio mundo para bailar. Queremos felicidad, el cambio mundo para bailar. The time is right today. Maibuye Africa. The time is right today. Maibuye Africa. Maibuye Africa. Maibuye Africa. Let's get together, everyone. Let's get together, everyone. Let's get together, everyone. Let's get together. everyone. Thank you. Muchas gracias.
That was amazing. That was
Beautiful.
beautiful, Sharon. So I wanted to ask you one small question. You said "My buoy, Africa." What does that mean?
Maibuye, Maibuye Africa. That was a slogan that was used in the resistance and in the struggle for liberation for South Africa. And it means Africa is back. Because
Wow.
for all of those years under apartheid, under the apartheid regime, the black majority of South Africa were crushed, were stifled. Actually, the spirit of the people and the people were never crushed. But the apartheid regime tried to undermine the rights of the majority of the people and deny the fact that actually this was Africa. And Africa should be controlled by Africans and Black South Africans in particular. And so the slogan, Africa is back, was very, very significant in those days and still today.
Amazing. That was nice. It just was so amazing, so beautiful. Really touched our heart. Thank you so much for performing. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so from here, let's move on with that all energy which Sharon gave us. Let's move on to our another amazing performance from Rajkot this time, from Success Academy, and they are going to perform a skit on caste discrimination. So people who don't understand, there are so many sort of discrimination right now. We even feel that it is gone, but still we have some things which people think is dividing us. But in India, initially the caste system was based on the work which people used to do. It wasn't about any birth, but slowly it turned out to be people, by birth, they were considered to be from certain caste, and certain, people took privilege of calling themselves as an upper caste and then naming other people as differentiating them as different caste people. So this whole concept took a lot of, energy from Dr. Ambedkar, who actually did an uplifting work for our society. So today we are going to, see how our society has changed and how youth, are going to step up and eradicate this caste discrimination. So please put your hands together for kids from Rajkot. Yes, Success Academy.
क्या मैं यहाँ पे बैठ सकता हूँ? नहीं, तुम यहाँ पर नहीं बैठ सकते। क्या मैं यहाँ पे बैठ सकता हूँ? नहीं, तुम यहाँ पे नहीं बैठ सकते। ये लोग क्यों हमें नहीं बैठने देते? हाँ, आखिर इनकी प्रॉब्लम क्या होगी?
आप इन दोनों को क्यों नहीं बैठने देते हैं अपने साथ?
क्योंकि ये निचली जाति के लोग हैं, इसलिए हम इसके साथ हमारे साथ इसे नहीं बैठने देते।
पर ये तो आप जैसे ही दिखते हैं, आप देखो आप जैसे ही है, तो फिर आप इनको क्यों नहीं बैठने देते हैं?
क्योंकि हम निचली जाति के हैं।
हम सब लोग एक साथ पढ़ते हैं, एक साथ आपको खेलना है, पढ़ना है, सब कुछ एक साथ होकर आपको मिलजुल कर करना है। इसलिए ऊपरी जाति का या निचली जाति का ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है। समझ गए सब लोग? हाँ। ओके, तो आप इनको बैठा सकते हैं अपने साथ और अपने साथ खिला सकते हैं, और पढ़ा भी हम सब लोग को साथ में पढ़ना है। समझ गए? चलो आप सब इन दोनों को सॉरी बोलेंगे और अपने साथ बैठाएंगे। चलो
सॉरी, सॉरी,
चलो हैंड से
सॉरी।
Anubha, you need to unmute. We can't hear you.
I kept on saying, please mute. So I mute myself. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, so this whole skit, if it was in Hindi, but it could be really understood that times people were very discriminative. Even sitting along with people from certain caste was not allowed. So now when we think about it, it seems to be something very weird, but that used to happen. So this whole skit was all about, like, we are humans and we all are like alike, and we don't have to discriminate each other. So we are going to sit together and study. So that was all about in the script. Now let's move on and give a big shout out to our Kavita Kumar, who has been always working in the background, and she is going to give us a nice presentation about Be Educated. So please put your hands together for one of the main, face behind Be Educated. She's going to give us a nice presentation. Over to you, Kavita.
Thank you, Anubha. Are you able to see my screen, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, we are able to.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. I'm here to present the Be-Educated journey of year 2020. No need to mention how distressful year 2020 was. Be-Educated movement have been working from last 15 years and provided hundreds of libraries for community, but this time it has to be different and must be with help. I can proudly say our team did that. While people were struggling for basic necessities, Be-Educated team helped them by distributing masks, food, and education resources. Pictures of our program. We ran food drives during pandemic in different places. We have provided 1,000 hot meals to people living in shelters in Delaware. Our team prepared and distributed over 15,000 food packets to migrant workers on highways. Food bags distributed in Pakistan. I would also mention Ramesh Lohana, who worked over 10 years with Be-Educated and created a wonderful food. 40,000 masks distributed in India, in Nepal, in remote villages area to get ready for school. Here are some pictures from mask distribution. We started online programs, classes, especially for the Home for Angel kids. These are the two teachers who are taking classes 6 hours a day and teaching more than 30 kids from age 4 to 17. Here's the picture where kids enjoying their activities. Everyone heard that proverb, there is a will, there is a way. So these two girls from Shenandoah Central, Clifton Park, New York, they wanted to do something from their own money, so they came up with the idea of tutoring and charges fees. 100% of their earning is donated to our online class program. They built a website and Facebook page and donated hundreds of dollars. Big salute to both the girls. Success Academy. We started Success Academy for children of slum area in India because there was no school. We came up with the idea, learning with fun activities and get treats in small groups. We provided uniform, food, supplies, masks, and sanitizers. We started this program in October at 6 locations in India and more than 250 children enrolled. Here are our coordinator, Tulika Garg and Barkha Harjani, who manages entire program. These are our teachers from Lucknow. And here's a few pictures where they are having fun with creative fun activities. These are the teachers from Dehradun. These are some pictures. Teachers from Indore. Here are a few pictures from Indore location. Teachers from Pune. And here are some pictures. Teachers from Rajkot. Here are a few pictures. Teachers from Lucknow. And here are a few pictures. Book Age. We provide set of references books to high schoolers to prepare for exam. So far, we have provided over 1,500 books in villages and slum areas. And here's a few pictures for distributing books. Teacher Girls. This one was very successful and demanding program, especially for girls. Due to school closing, we could only start in 4 locations. We have planned to expand at more locations. These are few teachers from Chhattisgarh for the Future Girls program. Here is the girls taking class, having classes. These are the Nepal teachers. Girls are having classes. These are the Nepal teachers on second location. These are few pictures. These are the Nepal teachers for third location. These are few pictures. Our heroes. During this difficult time, while front workers saving lives, our heroes made a difference in community. We are going to recognize who went extra mile to help our initiatives. First one is Ashok Shrestha from Nepal, who motivated youth to help community during this pandemic, distributed 3,000 masks at school, started Book Aid and Future Girls Centers. Second one is Sunil Guriro from Pakistan during peak pandemic time, took community initiatives and distribute foods to thousands of needy families and help children with book aid. The third one is Nand Kishore from UP, India. In tribal area, he ran face mask awareness campaign in various villages and also helped children with book aid program. Sandeep Kumar from Lucknow, who prepared and distributed over 6,000 food packets on highway to migrant workers. Dharmeen Bharti from MP traveled one village to another and distributed 4,000 face masks and books. Mukender Kumar from UP traveled over 300 miles in 3 districts using his bike and distributed 10,000 face masks, books, and food. Paul Kela from Andhra Pradesh, even his mother was sick. He went out, visited slum and remote villages, and distributed over 5,000 masks and spread awareness. Now, Falender Yadav from Chhattisgarh and his team helped many children in study, started Future Girl program in his area, and distributed over 4,000 masks. We have so many volunteers help reaching out people in need. Big salute to all of them. I will post this presentation on our website, beeducated.org. Please check out and share. Thank you so much.
That was awesome. See how much work goes behind, and it's an amazing work which actually during this pandemic, Be Educated has done. So I'll give you a little brief of what Kavita was explaining, that on highway distribution of mask and food. So when a lot of workers from villages they move to big cities to work, so they are either laborers or maybe construction workers, drivers, and so many other things. They look forward for cities for jobs. So when pandemic started, people started losing their jobs, and the most hit badly hit was this community of workers. So they were actually literally walking from Mumbai to small villages of Bihar, UP, Madhya Pradesh. These are all the villages, and India, as you know, India is I'm blessed to say that we have villages, we have farmers, we have agriculture and all those lands, but still people, they move from villages to cities to look for work. But these laborers and these workers, they had to come back to their homes just because they could not sustain the living in big cities. So a lot of people took buses and walked on the highway to go back. So I'm sure what Kavita was telling was that during that time, when kids and old, young people, they were all walking, they needed a lot of support from everyone, a lot of support for the food, a lot of support for mask and all that. So I am really proud to say that Be Educated is doing an awesome job, and not only educating but also spreading their wings for people who really are in need. So let's put our hands and just applaud them. And thank you, Kavita, for that amazing presentation. Now let's move on. Now we will be, I'm going to introduce a nice, cute girl who is 8-year-old and whose passion is singing. Her name is Shivali, and she's going to perform few songs. One of them is I Have a Dream and Imagine, and in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. with Sudhir Ranjan, who is a musician. And with them, I think they are performing with kids in different locations in India and Nepal are joining them for celebrating life of Martin Luther King Jr. So let's put our hands together and let's enjoy this piece of amazing performance. Over to you.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. Know how below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one. There's a man I think you heard of. His name was Martin Luther King. Well, he wanted the world of peace and love. He said, I have a dream. I have a dream. Well, I have a dream. Well, I've been to the mountain top and I've seen it. I have a dream. He said, I know that this is possible. He said, I know that this can be. If each one can learn to be as well, then we can all be free. I have a dream. Well, I have a dream. Well, I've been to the mountain top and I've seen it. I have a dream. I have a dream. Well, I have a dream. Well, I've been to the mountain top and I've seen it. I have a
Extraordinary performance. I would say darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive hate, only love can do that. And that would we saw in the kids. And this was amazing performance by Shivali. And I would say every small bit of that song was something to learn from. So it was outstanding performance, and all this has been the group has been working behind the scene. Tulika, thank you so much for putting all that effort. A lot of meetings went behind and a lot of hard work by the group of Be Educated. So let's just give them a nice big round of applause. And for all those kids from those slum areas and people who took effort to put up this beautiful program for us, I really salute them. So now, before I move on, everybody, are you guys enjoying? Just can you just lift your hand and just kind of wave at me and say, yes, you're enjoying? Yep, that's good. Thank you. I can see that, Gary. Thank you so much for that nice wave. Thank you, John. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, Rosetta, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. So you guys are all up and, awake. I just want everybody to be awake. Great. Thank you so much for giving me that encouragement. I just want everybody to be participating. Amazing work. So now let's move on to another division of Success Academy from Pune. and they will be performing a skit on religion discrimination. Now, this is also one of the big discrimination which goes on in different countries in different ways. Though India is one of the country where we always feel proud of so many religions being practiced very peacefully, but still sometimes, there are discrimination which happens. So let's, see how we can eradicate this from our community, from our country, from our society. And let's see this amazing skit from Pune, Success Academy, Pune.
हैप्पी होली। हम लोग अलग अलग त्योहार, हम लोग साथ में त्योहार मनाते हैं। उसमें और लगाओ एक दूसरे को हैप्पी होली। ईद मुबारक बोलो। ईद मुबारक बोलिए। ईद मुबारक।
अकबर अल्लाह नूर पाया कुदरत के सब बंदे, अकबर अल्लाह नूर पाया कुदरत के सब बंदे, एक नूर ते सब जग उपजा कौन भले कर मंदे, बोलियो सतनाम वाहिगुरु सतनाम वाहिगुरु।
Okay, that was great. So just a little brief about me. I would say, I don't know why I'm talking right now about myself. Just want to let you guys know, I come from a city, Lucknow, which you might have seen a lot of people performing, a lot of kids are performing from Lucknow. Lucknow is a beautiful city in India, which if people from here, I'm sure some of them are from Lucknow. We come from a city which is so peaceful. We have Eid celebration, which is a celebration of Muslims celebrating their festivals, Hindus doing their colorful Holi, and we all participate. And one of the Muslim families in India has in Lucknow has a biggest Holi festival in their house to celebrate Hindus' festival. So it's such an amalgamation of religion, and we hardly see any fights on religion, especially in that town, which is a old Mughal town, I would say. And the food, cuisine, everything is such an amalgamation of everything together. So I feel that is what is required right now, where we kind of celebrate each other, we kind of cherish each other, we kind of enjoy each other's music, their art, their food. And that's what children need to learn, that we all have something precious in all of us. We just need to look for it and cherish it. So yeah, that was a beautiful display of how religion shows love. And now I'm going to move on and introduce Mr. Ashok Shrestha. And we have heard from Kavita. He's done an amazing job. He's our Nepal coordinator. He's an entrepreneur and a social activist who lives in Kathmandu, Nepal. He's president of the Be Educated movement, and also which is also known as Shikshit Banao Abhiyan. Shikshit Banao means educate. In Hindi, it's called Shikshit Banao. Shikshit Banao Abhiyan, which is a part of the Be Educated movement. He has done a lot of work towards educational field and is a role model and inspiration to our community. Now let's invite Mr. Ashok to talk about Be Educated in Nepal and how MLK Week was celebrated there. Over to you, Mr.
Thank you, Anva. Respected guest of honor, organizer, board members, sponsors, and volunteers. Namaste. I would like to briefly introduce you all about our program in Nepal. Be Educated movement operating as Shikshit Banao Abhiyan Nepal has been associated with the promotion of education in Nepal since 2009. We have opened 17 libraries in collaboration with the public schools in the remote area. The partnership was focused with the vision of long-term sustainability, community involvement, and cost effectiveness. 4 of these libraries were dedicated to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We have been involved in various other community engagement programs including renovation of library rooms in 5 schools after the earthquake in 2015. Likewise, we have organized activities for children, including drawing and quiz competition and free health camps. One of our most appreciated projects has been the Future Girl program. We have opened the program in 4 community schools, providing free coaching classes in English and mathematics to grade 9 and 10 female students. In the current pandemic situation, we are also actively involved in distribution of face masks to school children. We also distributed free books to 150 students in 15 schools through book loan program and 116 students in 5 schools through book aid program. Recently, in the memory of Martin Luther King Jr., we organized essay writing, group discussion, and singing programs to raise the voice against racism, discrimination. This provided an opportunity to discuss on various forms of discrimination against caste, religion, color, gender, and physical disabilities. The students shared their thought-provoking experiences and understanding of the responsibility of the younger generation to eradicate racism and discrimination from our society. We believe that one day, once race will not matter and we will be able treated as equal as Martin Luther King had dreamed. We'd like to thank Be Educated Movement sponsors and volunteers for their generosity in supporting programs in Nepal. It would be our great pleasure to continue working together in years to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That was really good, Mr. Ashok. Thank you so much for educating kids and doing so much for us. And I think library is one of the great way where we all. Also, there's a presentation. Let's watch this.
Martin Luther King was born on 15 January 1929 in Atlanta, the United States.
Martin Luther King was an American activist, minister, and humanitarian.
There's a man I think you've heard of. His name was Martin Luther King. Well, he wanted a world of peace and love. He said, I have a dream.
Thank you. That was amazing. That was awesome. So I that's what we all, now we can see how much a person can change people's life. Dr. King had changed people's life, not only in US, but abroad in so many places we are celebrating his life. Now, let me welcome Dr. Manoj Srivastava, our Indian coordinator. He's a professor in BHU as an environmental scientist and is one of the board of directors of the Be Educated movement. Dr. Manoj manages projects and programs of the Be Educated division in India. Let's hear from Dr. Manoj and let's see how the division in India has celebrated MLK, and let's view what all we can see from presentation from India. Over to you, Dr. Manoj.
Thanks, Anubha. Very much thank to you. Thanks for introducing me to the community. Let me brief you what we are doing at India with the help of funding and support from Be Educated US and in collaboration with an organization called SSAR, Society for Social Science and Research, led by Dr. Tarun Dwivedi. Well, with their help and with the help from a team of India, Vedji, Deepji, Mukendra, Tulika, Barkha, and many more, we are managing different libraries all over the country, funding with the books and supporting, and then supporting them with book aid by students directly supporting them with book aid program. Especially for this event, this Dr. Martin Luther King's celebration, we managed a few programs at our Success Academy centers, which are mostly from for a kid from 5 to 10 years old, and also some events with Future Girls and Home for the Angel participations. I am definitely, it's a very good platform to share my experiences, but probably the time is short. Let me request this team to present the celebration, this presentation for this events at India, and I hope you will enjoy these all things. Thanks.
Anubhav, you're on mute. Keep your thoughts.
गांधी जी के अहिंसक आंदोलन से बेहद प्रभावित थे। गांधी जी के आदर्शों पर चलकर ही डॉक्टर किंग ने अमेरिका में सफल आंदोलन किया था। डॉक्टर किंग को अमेरिका का गांधी कहा जाता है।
I have a dream. Only in the darkness can you see the star. There is no gain without struggle.
बॉल बैट नहीं खेल पाएंगे। क्यों नहीं खेल पाएंगे बेटा? गर्ल्स है। जोर से।
मैं यहाँ पर देख सकती हूँ। नहीं, तुम यहाँ नहीं बैठ सकते, क्योंकि ये काली है। ये हमारे साथ नहीं बैठ सकती।
I think you heard of. His name was Martin Luther King. When you share this vision, you know it's not a difficult thing.
Beautiful. So please, everybody, put your hands together. That was awesome. That was really good. And I'm so excited to see that this is a revolution, I would say, not only in India, in Nepal, and in Pakistan. We are all working together. How beautiful this is. Like, even politically, if we are on the maps, we seem that we are so far apart, but we are so close in our heart with the kids, participating, doing everything best to remove, eradicate all the discrimination and work together on lines of Martin Luther King Jr. Now let's now move on to a beautiful home. Now this is Home for Angels. I've been talking about that. A lot of kids have performed. I was amazed to see how you guys were, applauding, were, writing in the chat box. Amazing performance. This is a home which Mr. Reji took a vow, I would say, took a pledge of taking all these children under his wing. I would say he actually became a father. Instead of having 2 of his own kids, he decided to work with these 30 kids, almost a decade from now. And he's renting a house in Panvel, Mumbai, along with his wife and his 2 biological teenager kids. He is actually giving a place or a heart, opening his heart to these 30 kids who somehow lost their parents due to HIV, and who were kind of, not treated well in the society. So Be Educated has been working for over 5 years under the with the Home for Angels project, ensuring that they can provide best possible education for the children. And I would really give big thanks to Mr. Reji, who's actually, due to his own personal reasons, he had to, go somewhere. But his whole family has been always involved. And when we were preparing for this program, his daughter and his wife, everybody was participating. So Mr. Reji, along with his wife, who actually not only, feeds the kids as mother, but she also give support to the whole family. So I'm going to be inviting Mini Reji and daughter Jenny, who is actually with us today. And you saw a couple of programs. She was right there in Save Water. She was sitting and she was encouraging everybody. So with their continuous kindness and acceptance towards children, we are making a beautiful world in Mumbai, Panvel. I wish this Home for Angels should spread its wing to different part of India or different part of world, I would say. So now let's invite Jenny and Minnie. So Jenny and Minnie, if you're there, yes, hi. Everybody can wave them, you guys can wave them and just, yes, yeah, that's good, yep, yeah.
First of all, I would thank the Be Educated team for conducting such a program over here. First of all, I would like to introduce myself, Jenny Thomas. I'm daughter of Reggie Thomas. As you know, Adima said that it's known as the Home for Angels. It's exactly the Home for Angels, and the angels are sitting right behind my back. So everyone say hi. Hi. Okay, so these are my 30 younger brothers actually. I have one elder brother. He's working actually. He's in Tamil Nadu, so he's not with me. So I'm very glad I've got my 30 younger brothers with me. Next, I would like to introduce my mom. Mama. Okay, this is my mother. Okay, she is a pillar of our family. She's the one who cooks for all our kids, and especially the medicines, as we know that kids are suffering. So they have to eat their medicines on time. So my mother, she's the one who gives the medicines to our kids. She's the one who cooks for all. Actually, she's a pillar. If she gets sick in one day, if one day she gets sick, then all our family will starve. So she's a pillar for life.
Ask your mom to come close to the camera because she's hiding. We don't want her to hide. She's our hero. Yay! Good job. She's our hero. Yes. Big salute to you. Thank you for doing awesome job. You are a mom for all these amazing kids. That is great. Yeah.
She's not camera friendly, so she will not be coming on the camera. So next I would like to introduce Savitri auntie. Okay, she is also suffering from this. Our auntie, it's been just 2 to 3 months she have been with us, and she takes care of her younger kids, a small kid. She's take care of her daily chores and all. And next, last but not the least, I would like to introduce all my 30 younger brothers. Okay, so we are all together 35 members in one family, and this is the youngest one. Vignesh, come here. Come here. Okay, it's been only 2 to 3 days that he's the youngest kid and he's the newest one, Vignesh. And we have from age 5 to age 17. All the kids we have from age 5 to age 17. And these are all our kids. And especially, I just forgot about my dad. He's the one who has started this. Okay, in the year 2009, in the month of July, he had started this, and it's been 11 years. And by God's grace, it's all our kids are with us. And 2 of the kids, they have expired from here actually due to the disease. So, and next is that my dad. Everyone just asks my dad, how many kids do you have? My dad says that I have 32 kids. And everyone gets shocked. What? Like, seriously? So whenever someone asks my dad, how many kids do you have? My dad used to say we have 30 kids, and we are really glad and blessed to have these kids with us. So as this program is dedicated to our Martin Luther King, our kids have prepared something for you. So first is the quote, and next there will be a small poem they will be singing, and next then following by that there will be a pledge which we have dedicated to the Martin Luther King. So first of all, we would like to hear the quote.
If you can't fly, then if you can't run, then walk. If you can't run, then walk.
If you can't walk,
then walk.
but by all means,
keep moving.
but by all means,
keep moving.
Okay, next I would like to introduce Shubham. He is the one, he's a senior kid actually. When we started our Home for Angels in the year 2009, he's the first child to be with us, and till now he is with us. Okay, Shubham.
Good evening, everyone. I and my friends would like to dedicate a small poem on Martin Luther King. He was a hero,
A leader, a speaker,
a man of great courage,
and wise. A coach and believer, peacemaker and preacher.
and equal were all in his eyes. Thank you.
Next, I would like to dedicate a small pledge for our Martin Luther King. So everyone, keep your right hand on your heart, and let's start the pledge. I pledge before God.
I pledge before God,
Whom
whom I
love and worship.
to
consider all the people of the world as my brothers and sisters. For we are all creation of God. To work for the cause of world peace and happiness of the people. To eradicate the evil of racism, the evil of poverty, and the evil of war. To make a world where there will be freedom, equality, justice, and love. I will always have a dream. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. That was really beautiful. And I think we all need to take a pledge, right? We all need that pledge for all of us. So now, without further ado, I want to invite our guest. My papers are falling. Senator Brian Townsend, woohoo, who is from Delaware, and he's an attorney by profession. He was first elected to Delaware Senate in 2012 and re-elected in 2014. Brian is currently, he chairs the Senate Health and Social Service Committee, serves on multiple state committees. He's also volunteered with Christina Fire Co. and Delaware Special Olympics, Food Bank of Delaware, and Big Brother, Big Sister Delaware. He has also served on the board of directors for General Newark Boys and Girls Club and as a member of Education Committee. Please welcome our keynote speaker and guest of honor of this event, Senator Brian Townsend. Yay. Hello, sir.
Thank you very much for having me today. You referred to me as a guest of honor, but I am so honored to be here and to see these performances and these words and thoughts from across the globe, literally, and just such beautiful children echoing such hope and inspiring words from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And I think that his success is shown so much by the fact that we have an event like today, that we have a transcendence like seen today of his values and his words. I want to be very, very brief, mainly because I think it's beautiful to see as much of the kids as possible. And I am honored to be here today. And I'll just give some quick thoughts about today and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and how it fits with what we're seeing. And I have longer thoughts that I put together for today, but honestly, just seeing the kids, it inspires me to not get into so much of the politics of what we're seeing in the U.S. right now, but just to focus on how his words and aspirations unite us. I think first I would say, based just seeing what we've seen today, and the connectivity of the world that we live in. And it's always been connected, but it's more and more and more connected each passing day. And I think literally me feeling touched by kids across the globe is a testament to that. But it relates very much to the interconnectivity that Dr. King talked about. And his quote of "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. And I think that what we see today, again, just honors that and proves that. I also would note, as we come up on January 26th, that Dr. King, certainly one of the most inspiring individuals in human history, in my mind, obviously had so many other individuals who also have inspired and changed. And coming up on January 26th, I wanted to note B.R. Ambedkar and his work in India in particular. And I think for me, that just is an example of how everyone can make a difference. Every corner of the world needs difference makers, that we all need to hope, dream, push for love, push for light. And doing that, we honor people like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Also, it's easy to think of Dr. King as a famous person. It's easy to think of him as a person who delivered the "I Have a Dream" speech in Washington, D.C. It's easy to think of him ultimately as he was in the pantheon of great orators and sources of inspiration. But we have to remember that he started off very much grassroots. I mean, he started off with bus boycotts, and he started off trying to desegregate lunch counters in small cities in the Deep South. And he built up from there. He helped build a movement. And he wasn't the only person who was building that movement. He constantly was surrounded by other people without whom he could not have been successful. And so it's easy to remember somebody in history sort of at their peak, but remembering how much hard work it took to get there, remembering all the people and followers and allies and people who inspired him, how that all came together is so important. I think it's also really important to think about the difference between trying to change a system from within it versus trying to just break down a system and rebuild it. And Dr. King, and by the way, I'm not a historical expert, but my understanding of and my view on Dr. King was that he very much was trying to improve and change the system that we had. Definitely push it to find new horizons of equality, new horizons of opportunity for everyone, but fundamentally within the system. And sometimes people actually were mad at him for not pushing for more radical change. And some of the things that he talked about and wanted to do certainly were considered radical, but I think overall he fundamentally was trying to work within the system. And I think in so many ways that often is where we see the most progress. One last quick thought I have, and again, there's a lot to talk about, but I think seeing the kids and their words and their songs really should be the hallmark of the day. But I think right now, at least in the United States, there's calls for unity. And certainly there's a need for unity, but what does unity mean? How do you unite with someone who seems to really not want to have anything to do with you? That's a very difficult thing to achieve. It's a very difficult balance to strike. And I've been thinking about this for several years, and have been trying to grapple with it as I advocate in the Delaware State Senate. And for me, one of the hallmarks of Dr. King's words on this point is in his letter from a Birmingham jail. When he was in prison, he was jailed, and he wrote a letter. And in that letter, part of what he said basically was that the barriers to progress are not the people who hate him. The barriers to progress are the people who say that they support him, say that they understand him, say that they want to see change, but they don't support change now. They sort of support change at some point in the future, maybe when it's easier and not as controversial. And that really isn't the change that Dr. King was asking for and fighting for. And I don't think that's really the change that we can afford to wait for in so many ways across the globe. And so, but again, it's easy to talk about it. It's harder to strike the right balance. I mean, literally as a classroom educator, leading children in a beautiful pledge, it can be very difficult to figure out how much change to help them push for, how quickly, not just because of the politics and the political system and the ways in which the political system does or doesn't really allow you or help make change easy, but literally also in terms of crafting young children's hopes and dreams. I mean, how quickly are you going to achieve your dream? And I guess I'm speaking mostly to the young people. Sometimes your dreams don't come quickly. Sometimes your dreams don't come quickly. It takes so much hard work and persistence to achieve dreams. Almost always takes hard work and persistence to achieve dreams. And I think, again, Dr. King showed that. He did not start off right there on the steps in Washington, D.C. saying, I have a dream. That was after many, many years of effort. That was after many arrests where he was in jail. That was after much violence against the people he was trying to lead. And in fact, if there wasn't that violence, if there wasn't newspaper coverage showing the country of the United States of this violence that was happening, he might not have gotten there. I mean, sometimes it takes those efforts to help wake people up. And I just think, as you see such beautiful young people, and you are beautiful. And I'm inspired here in my small little place of Delaware by your words and your songs and your energy and your enthusiasm and your embrace of Dr. King and his values. I ask you to find your dream and push and push and push, and find out when you need to be polite, and find out when maybe politeness is not the most appropriate thing in that moment. Certainly Dr. King always preached nonviolence, and that's how he chose to try to achieve progress in his dream. But now, as in America and frankly across the world in so many different places, we've got to think about these issues and recommit ourselves to nonviolence, but to persistence. Nonviolent, but persistence. From the grassroots to the very top, trying to achieve change. For some people, it'll be one person across a lifetime achieving change. And other times it'll be many people on one day can achieve change. But finding that balance, and a balance that works for everyone, and doing it in a nonviolent way, I think is the best way to honor Dr. King and all he stood for, and all the hope that he brought, and all the hope that so many of you bring, the hope and inspiration you brought to me, the hope that an educator, frankly, brings every single day. That is the best way to honor Dr. King and what he stood for, and how we can achieve progress together, how we must achieve progress together, and how we can build the world, a truly inclusive, peaceful world that we all deserve, and certainly that our children and young ones and next generations deserve. So I thank you so much for having me join you today. Beautiful, beautiful program. Be educated, fantastic organization, and to the young people and the students, you simply are inspirational. So please continue to be you, and continue to be the best you can be. I appreciate the chance to be here with you today.
Thank you, Bran. That was really very interesting. I would say one line which you pointed out, be the change, right? So how? I think somebody is unmuted there. So yeah. So I was also I was thinking, when you're talking about change and how we can believe that we can make a change, and when you said that one single person in front of you, one day maybe you will be inspiring one person, but maybe like couple of people. So it's, if somebody thinks that what am I doing today to inspire or to make change or to make a difference in the society, you can just use your own work, your own society, one person in front of you. That is how the change starts. And that's what you well said, that Dr. King didn't start with a bang. He persisted with his movement, and that's what we are here for. I think as a society here in US, we all are like diverse, coming from different part of the world, and we stand together, we stand united, we look for bigger dreams in this country. And that's what we all need, to believe in ourselves and show our future generation and kids that they can believe in their dreams. So it might take years and years of persistence, but it's going to happen. That's what we have to give each and every child who is right now here. As your speech, I am sure a lot of people got inspired, Brian. Thank you so much. And with that, I would say let's move on to Maria Ruffin, who is an artist and a retired teacher. And she believes in building meaningful relationship to make this world better. She started Dover Culture Exchange and invites people with different cultural and ethnical backgrounds into her home to eat and share and experience the personal exchange of experiences. These celebrations of diversity take place quarterly. Nothing stops Maria. She keeps working towards the cause for last 20 years. Maria is a founder of the Power of One event in Delaware. She'll be talking some more on this and the power of one, and also she will be giving awards to people. So let's invite her, Maria Ruffin.
Maria, you need to unmute yourself.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Anuba. You just took my whole speech away. But anyway.
Oh my God, sorry.
So I was like, good, I don't have to say anything. But again, my name is Maria. I'm from Korea originally. I've been in the United States over 50 years, and I got a chance to meet Sanjay and Mahendra Kumar. I thought they were brothers, but they're not. But they introduced me to the Be Educated, and together with Dover's Cultural Exchange about 13 years ago, we started doing the Power One fundraiser for children in India. And that was originally was a $700 libraries. And then I said, well, if we're going to do a fundraiser, let's do some schools in Dover's and where we live. And I'm an artist, so we got to help some art teachers in Dover High School and the middle school. So that's what we do. And we also got to help the kids worldwide, also in South Africa, again, with Sharon Katz and the Peace Train. We also have an orphanage in South Africa that we support, the Power of One, and it's Mother Mary's Orphanage. But how I got started in this, again, I was born in Korea, and we do have some prejudice in Korea. I was born after the Korean War, and I was half American, so my grandmother was my Power of One. She raised me, and she sent me, I was not allowed to go to public school, being not full Korean. And in Korean society, this is something ingrained. It was not about being Black or white. It's just, you weren't full Korean, so you didn't exist, So my grandmother paid and sent me to private school, and then she got my mom married, and she sent me to America because she knew I would not have a life in Korea. That was like 50 years ago. But anyway, that's my little background. And then I had another experience. And when I was in the Philippines, my dad was in the military, and we lived there for 2 years. And I was like 15, but I saw so much poverty. I mean, kids sleeping in things that you never see in the United States. I was really shocked, And so I wanted, at that point, we had children. I worked in the hospital and summer school. There wasn't any jobs, so I worked as a Red Cross volunteer. So I worked in the children's ward, and back then we treated kids that were called negritos, and these were basically treated like the Native Americans here. They were not allowed school, and this is in the Philippines, so they had, but the American hospital, we took on any medical kids they had. So they would come down from the mountains, from villages, walk miles and miles, and the kids were half dead when they came to us, but they knew that we'd give them free medical. So at that point I was thinking, in my mind, I was thinking, when I grow up, I would love to have an orphanage, or adopt 10 kids from different countries, But then that was a dream. And then when Mahendra, like 40 years later, Mahendra approached me about doing this, and I was like, good, this give me a chance to help children. And so, and then when the orphanage happened, I remembered my dream when I was 17 years, I had an idea. And then Sharon Katz came in with her orphanage in South Africa. So I think it's important to have dreams, I think it's important to educate children when they're very young, early education, because this is when we can give the most hope and the most, no matter what kind of situation, right. One person can stand up for these kids and love them. And this is all they need. They need to right. have this kind of feeling. I have someone working for me, right. like my grandmother worked for me. Did I have problems? Yeah. But I think that's the most important thing, that we can give these kids hope, you know, and that's what the Be Educated Foundation does for all these kids around the world, you know. So, you know, my dream of 40, 50 years ago came true because I had an idea. I didn't know how I was going to help children, but I just wanted to, you know. And if we can have that kind of influence on these kids, which I do, again, Mahendra and Sanjay, they are the workhorses from Dover. I just sort of help, you know, but they push me and push me. And his wife, you know, Kavita, she does a lot of work too, you know, but they, you know, so this has been a, you know, and you meet so many people, our board members, you know, we have, you know, so many people working. I think it's important to include everyone. And it's that hope, that desire that you have a future and you are loved. Someone in this world loves you. And that's what the children needs.
Beautiful.
So now,
that's what Be Educated and the Power of One is about.
Thank you, Maria. Very nice. We are calling Brian.
Yeah, that's amazing, amazing.
Thank you, Maria.
It's got tears in my eyes, I'm telling you, because what you're saying, that one person needs to stand and say, we love you and we support you. That was awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
Now.
Yeah, go ahead, Sanjay. You were saying something.
Okay, so thanks, Maria. And now we are going to call for Power of One award that we give. We started with Maria. And I would like Brian Townsend to make an announcement for that. Who is the Power of Award recipient for this year, for year 2020? So Brian.
Thank you very much, Sanjay. The Power of One award for 2020 is Tulika Mittal Garg. I'm very honored to be able to announce that. And there is a description I would like to read. Is that right, Sanjay?
Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Certainly. So just so everyone has a little bit more background on Tulika. By profession, Tulika is a teacher in India and passionate to help children in need. She has been associated with several charity organizations. And in terms of her selection for the award, Tulika has demonstrated elevated qualities of leadership, service, and dedication. During the difficult time of the pandemic, when many people were in dire need, she stood up and brought community together, encouraging, motivating, and has done exemplary work understanding the social problems and coming up with innovative solutions. She initiated Success Academy programs for very young children of very low income areas in cities to help those children who lacked online study resources and their families could not even afford school fees. So as a result of her work, these children were, as a result of the challenges they faced, the children were completely left out of study, all the more so during the pandemic. Tulika led her team of Be Educated to run programs where children could continue their learning in a COVID-safe environment while having fun and treats. The mission of the Power of One is about the ability of a person who can change the life of a child through education, be a role model and a dedicated individual to bring positive change in a community. That person is chosen to receive the Power of One award yearly. And on behalf of the Be Educated team and the Power of One, they're very thankful, very, very thankful for Tulika's dedication and service. And so therefore, very proudly present Tulika with the Power of One award in 2020.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. I'm literally honored. Thank you so much, everyone.
Tulika, ways to go.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Way to go.
Awesome, awesome, Tulika. Congratulations. Thank you, Brian. So
Congrats, Tulika.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you so much. But I want to thank you so much, everyone.
Congratulations. Okay. Mute their screens so that we can talk. Yeah, thank you so much. So now I think one dialogue which Tulika said me to say at this point is picture abhi baki hai mere dost. So picture is still a lot of good stuff is coming up. So if you guys are ready to learn some Bollywood dancing, we are having some Bollywood last number which we're going to do. So please stay, don't leave. There are lots to enjoy. So now I'm going to be inviting retro performance, Bollywood retro performance by Home for Angels. They are going to sing some retro songs from Bollywood. So let's give them a big round of applause, and I'm sure they are all ready. Over to you. Thank you, Gina. So Jenny, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I love the guy in the glasses. He was enacting all the songs. Tujhko mirchi lagi to main kya karu? I was watching. I was like, whoa, he's such a cool. What's your name? The one in the front row with the glasses.
Harsh. The last one.
Yeah.
Harsh. He's Harsh.
Yeah. Harsh. Good.
Harsh.
Very good.
थोड़ा सा छोटा परफॉर्मेंस हो जाए एक बार और गोविंदा के डांस पे. हाँ.
Okay.
या तो कोई आप लोग गाओ जरा, वो कर रहा था वो वाला गाना, तुझे मिर्ची लगी तो मैं क्या करूं. Everybody, one more time. Yes, let's go.
Very nice.
Awesome. Keep up up the good work, everyone. That was great. And thank you, Jenny. I would really thank you for putting so much effort from all of us.
This is the best part for Anubha, to enjoy Bollywood.
I love Bollywood. So I was watching him. I was like, he's enacting each word of the song. So that was great. So now, with that, let's move on to our next amazing performance from another division from Indore, Success Academy. They're going to perform a skit which is based on disability discrimination. So let's just watch that.
अच्छा मैं तुम लोगों से है ना कुछ पूछती हूँ. चलो आप खड़े हो. हाँ. 2 और 2 कितने होते हैं? और 5 और 5 कितने होते हैं? चुप रहो. हमें किसी का मजाक नहीं उड़ाना चाहिए. तुम लोग उस पर हंस क्यों रहे हो? वो बोल नहीं सकता है तो क्या हुआ? पर इशारों में तो हमें सब चीज बता सकता है ना. वो हम लोगों से ज्यादा अच्छे होशियार है. देखो उसे सब पता है पर बोल नहीं पाता तो क्या हुआ? हमें किसी का मजाक नहीं उड़ाना है. हमें सबकी हेल्प करनी चाहिए. भले ही वो बोल नहीं सकता हो या देख नहीं सकता हो या कोई भी इंसान हो, हमें सबकी हेल्प करनी चाहिए. अब उसका कोई मजाक नहीं उठाएगा. उससे सॉरी बोलो साहब.
Okay, now let's get ready for the Bollywood dance. So everybody, I know we are going to be watching this performance, but I want you guys to participate a little bit. Nothing very unusual, just Om Shanti Om. So all you have to do is lift your arms and just kind of wave from side to side when you hear Om Shanti Om. So Om Shanti Om means peace, right? So whenever you hear that in the song, just try doing this side to side. Let's just give them also a participation from our side, okay? Everybody's ready? Yeah?
Sorry to interrupt you, Anubha. There is a surprise for everyone.
For all of us? Wow. I'm ready for surprise.
Dance
surprise.
A little before dance, my kids will perform something for all of you.
Woo, good job. Let's go. I'm ready.
Jenny, can you just turn on your camera? Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry, ma'am.
Yes.
Actually, ma'am, you said dance or the...
No, the surprise one, that dialogues and all.
Yes. So I'm going to give you our kids are going to give a small surprise. So you just watch, okay, you just watch and we will be continuing the rest of it, okay? So are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's begin.
मास्टर को नाम है मेरा आंखें का के गोटियां खेलता हूँ मैं. बाहर तो डॉन का इंतजार तो बाहर तो मुल्क के पुलिस कर रही है मेरे भाई. पर उनको ये नहीं मालूम कि डॉन को पकड़ना मुश्किल नहीं, नामुमकिन है.
वाह, मुकम्मल खुश हुआ. तारीख पे तारीख हमें मिल रही है माय लॉर्ड, लेकिन हमें इंसाफ नहीं मिला.
तुम्हें इंसाफ चाहिए तो बोलो मुझे कितने आदमी थे?
अरे टेंशन नहीं लगा, सिर्फ देने का.
थैंक यू.
जैसे ही बता रही कि पिक्चर बाकी है अभी मेरे दोस्त, और है आप देखिए अभी.
अच्छा, देख रहे यस.
Oh, so that was skit. Okay.
कभी बोला ए मोटो कौन को उठाने का नहीं, ये एक हेड सर्वेंट मैं हूँ, कौन को उठाने का आप सिर्फ मेरे को है.
अरे बाबूलाल, तुम फोन उठाते हो फिर कुछ भी बोलते हो तो छोटा साहब से हमें गाली सुनना पड़ता है.
क्या तुम्हारे लगे काम लगे किचन में आके बर्तन धोने का? ये लो किचन में आके बर्तन धो. याद नहीं रहता है मुझे?
Very good.
प्लास्टिक कचूरिया सेठ बोल रहा हूँ, डब्बी वाली टमटम वाला। आप कौन बोल रहे हैं?
मैं घर का सर्वेंट बोल रहा हूँ।
हेलो, मैं जानने के लिए फोन किया। अरे या हेड भी है, सर्वेंट भी है। मैंने ये जानने के लिए फोन किया कि आपकी मेरे बेटे का रिश्ता देखने मुंबई आना है, तो चोपड़ा साहब को फोन दो।
एक मिनट ये फोटो।
हाँ
चोपड़ा कौन है अपने यहाँ?
अरे बाबूलाल, चोपड़ा साहब हमारे इस घर के मालिक है।
हेलो चोपड़ा साहब।
बाबूलाल, अगर डैडी पूछे तो बोल देना कि मैं कॉलेज से हेल्प कैंप जाऊंगी, ठीक है?
ये देखो अभी जब कोई भी नहीं है, फोन इसका से पड़ा हुआ है। पता नहीं एक बार कहीं हेड सर्वेंट नहीं देगा तो क्या होगा? हेलो
हेलो चोपड़ा साहब जी, कैसे हैं आप?
बढ़िया हूँ।
मैंने ये जानने के लिए फोन किया कि आपकी बेटी का रिश्ता देखने कब आओ?
अरे कभी भी आइए, अभी का घर है।
हाँ ठीक है सेठ जी। अच्छा, और बताइए धंधा पानी कैसे चल रहा है?
अरे क्या बताए, आलू प्याज तो इतने महंगे हो गए हैं कि पूछे मत। अभी टमाटर देखो, मिर्च, अदरक, हट।
आप कौन बोल रहे हैं?
मैं घर का सर्वेंट बोल रहा हूँ, बाबूलाल।
तब से हंस के मेरा गला फट गया है। मुझे चोपड़ा साहब से बात करना है, फोन दो ने।
हेलो चोपड़ा साहब तो कॉलेज चले गए।
चोपड़ा साहब कॉलेज जाने लगे?
तो आप लोग बोल सकते हैं, कैन यू से ये कौन सा मूवी का था, ये सीन्स जो हम लोग ने अभी किया है? एनीवन कैन टेल?
हेरा फेरी।
No. I can give you a clue. जॉनी लीवर है इसके अंदर, और शाहरुख खान का बाजी।
गुड जॉब वागीश, मुझे बाबूराव बहुत पसंद आया, बहुत फ्री एक्टिंग। बाबूराव तुम बहुत मस्त एक्टिंग करते हैं बॉस, एकदम मजा आ गया, मस्के की तरह एक्टिंग। कोई टेंशन नहीं, दूसरा अगर डायलॉग भूल रहे हैं अपना डायलॉग बोलना है, उसको कुछ भी बोलने दो, हम अपना कंटिन्यू। दैट शो मस्ट गो ऑन, राइट? That's the key of the program. Excellent work. Yeah, Jenny.
Now next is another scene from the movie Bazigar itself.
Okay.
तुम कितने आदमी हो बाबूलाल?
मैं तो एक ही आदमी हूँ घर में।
मेरा मतलब है घर पे नौकर कितने हैं?
एक मिनट बेबी।
और तुम?
मैं तो आदमी हूँ बेबी।
तुम नौकर नहीं हो?
अरे शेठ मेरा इतना ख्याल रखते ना कि मैं भूल ही जाता हूँ कि मैं नौकर हूँ।
तो ये भी भूल गए कि एयरपोर्ट पे गाड़ी भेजनी थी?
अरे एयरपोर्ट में गाड़ी कैसे भेजने का? तो हवाई जहाज रहता है ना।
Shut up!
सुना?
डैडी कहाँ है?
उनका तो सर का मौत हो गया।
क्या?
हेलीकॉप्टर से जा रहे थे, उनको बहुत ठंड लग रही थी तो हेलीकॉप्टर का पंखा बंद कर दिया तो दुनिया से लगभग हो गए।
तुम किसके बात कर रहे हो बाबूलाल?
मेरे बाप की।
ओफो! Shut up! Get out everyone! अभी अगला सीन है, लास्ट सीन फ्रॉम द मूवी फिर हेरा फेरी। ओके, सो लेट्स एंजॉय।
हे लक्ष्मी देवी कृपा करा रे बाबा, टेलीफोन आहे नमा, रॉंग नंबर आहे नमा, देवी प्रसाद आहे नमा, पैसा आहे नमा, रुपया आहे नमा।
अरे क्या बाबू भैया, आलू की बोरी की तरह नीचे क्यों बैठे हो?
तो काय झालं रे?
अब तो अमीर हो गए।
तो अमीर बघा ना कमी बैठू।
अरे खुल के बैठो।
ए बाबा ये जूता निकाल, ये जूता नहीं घर में नहीं आने का तू, ये जूता निकाल।
क्या बाबू है ना, आप भी ना गरीब से गरीब ही रहोगे। अमीर आदमी बोलो बाबू है, अमीर आदमी सोफे पे जूते पहन के सोता है।
बाबू स्टाइल से जो खाना भी काटे चम्मच से खाओ।
अरे कैसे खाएगा रे बाबा, बड़ा बाप काटे चम्मच से
क्या बाबू है, 15 मिनट पहले यहाँ से मैं निकला, वही के वही कपड़े पहने हो। अमीर बनो बाबू है, अमीर आदमी 15 मिनट पहले अपना कपड़ा बदलता है, आधे घंटे में अपना घर बदलता है, 1 घंटे में अपना धंधा बदलता है और 2 घंटे में अपनी बीवी बदलता है।
एक पांडुरंगा, मेरी बीवी किधर है बाबा? बाजू का उठा के लाके बदलू क्या?
हाँ वो सब तो ठीक है, फोन तो बदलो, इतने पैसे खर्च करने के बाद पे नंबर तो ये रखा है, मॉडल तो बदलो।
फोन खरीदेगा, फोन खरीदेगा, फोन बदलने का बात नहीं करने का, तेरे को बदलेंगे महीने नहीं ना। आई तुम लोग मांगता, तुम लोग नाम बदल, कपड़ा मांगता है, बाप भी बदल, ये फोन बदलने का बात नहीं करने का। ये बंगला, ये गाड़ी, ये पैसा, ये तो मैं फोन के देवा, ये फोन नहीं है, किस्मत की घंटी है देवा, किस्मत की घंटी।
हेलो कौन? कबीरा, कबीरा स्पीकिंग।
जिसको बोल बाबूरा तुम्हें
मेरा मामा नहीं हो।
अरे जय महाराष्ट्र। क्या शादी से साला मजाक करता है, मजाक करता है। आधी मछली पानी में डूब के मर गई और आधी प्यास से मर गई।
और बाबू है की धोती भी खुल गई।
महिला धोती खोलता है, धोती खोलता है। ये देवा उठा ले रे, देवा उठा ले रे, उस अमीर को नहीं, ये तो गरीबों को उठा ले।
Thank you so much. So that was a
बाबू राव का स्टाइल है, बाबू राव बहुत मस्त बोला। Good job, good job.
Everyone, very good, very good, very good.
Awesome. That was
Okay.
the finale, I would say. So now we are expecting a nice group dance from Home for Angels. I'm actually losing my words. Om Shanti Om. Are you guys ready? The step I showed you, that's what we are going to do. Whenever
So this is the last one.
This is the last one. Yes, this is the finale. Yes.
yes, ma'am. We are ready.
Go ahead, Jenny.
Yes, ma'am.
मारे या कोई मारे ना, यहाँ अपनी भी थोड़ी अदा थोड़ा अंदाज है। ऐसे हैं चाहे वैसे हैं, अरे जो भी है जैसे हैं, खुद पे हमें नाज है। जाने ना हमको ये जमाना, चाहो तो हमको आजमाना। प्यारबाज हम, जानसाज हम, इश्कबाज दिल वाले, कहते हैं हमको प्यार से इंडिया वाले, छू लेते दिल के तार से इंडिया वाले, हर चीज छीन ले हार से इंडिया वाले, दुश्मन के छक्के छुड़ा दे हम इंडिया वाले, दुश्मन के छक्के छुड़ा दे हम इंडिया वाले। वंदे
देखो देखो है शाम बड़ी दीवानी, धीरे धीरे बन जाए न कोई कहानी। देखो देखो है शाम बड़ी दीवानी, धीरे धीरे बन जाए न कोई कहानी। दिल पर है दिलकश है, दिलदार नजारे हैं, आज ज़मीं पर उतरे कितने सितारे हैं। अगलो होश नमी तानम, हम है दिल है हर जानम, बस दीवानगी 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 है। ना कोई रंग चलना रह पर, ये इल्जाम लगे किस पर, बस दीवानगी 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 है। All the hot girls put your hands up and say,
Om Shanti
all the cool boys come on, make some noise, say,
Om Shanti Om. Woohoo!
Thank you so much.
Very nice, very good.
That was amazing. So now with that, I would say that we really enjoyed every bit of this performance, every bit of each performance which the kids from all over India performed. Now I'm going to end here, and I'm going to give it to Mahendra Kumar, who is a software engineer in Delaware, and he's the president of Be Educated movement. He's one of the founder and worked with Be Educated movement for last 15 years. He's still continuing to work with the same energy and enthusiasm. We'll be finishing off our event with some words from Mr. Kumar. So please go ahead, and thank you very much for being an awesome audience.
Thank you, Anubha.
Thank you.
You have done wonderful job. Wonderful.
Anubha, excellent job.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
I concur, Anubha. Great job. And I'm very glad to see everyone here. And what a performances by kids. And I'm pretty sure like the skits they played, that will certainly bring a lot of awareness among our kids. So that's great. However, friends, one thing we acknowledge today, that discrimination is the greatest kind of injustice in our society. And as Dr. King said, injustice anywhere is threat to the justice everywhere. So that's a very important point. And today, along with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I think we should acknowledge the contribution of all the social reformers all around the world, because they are the true kind of crusaders in our human society. So together, let us try to make a better world. And it's on side note, but I would like to thank the people of USA for giving a president from Delaware this time. So President Joe Biden, he represents my state. And the greatest thing is now hope prevails in America and all over the world. So that's the good thing. So my sincere thanks to all of you attending this event and all our volunteers and performers who have worked really hard to make this program eventful today. I hope like everybody enjoyed it. I would like to acknowledge and thank to all our donors and sponsors. Without their help, all these kind of things, basically we could not work, we cannot be successful, and these kind of events would not be possible. Here, I would like to mention the name of a few key peoples who work tirelessly to make this program successful. And they are Tulika Garg, Jenny Thomas, Ashok Shrestha, Sudhir Ranjan, Mayank Gaur, Ved Prakashji, and our teachers in India and Nepal. So salute to you guys. And in USA, like we have the core team committee members like Anubha Nandi and Chaitali Shangvi and Kavita Kumar. They did awesome work. And behind the scene, it's always our Sanjay Kumarji. He is the main driver of this event, and he's always inspiration for me. Last but not the least, I would like to thank our state senator, Honorable Brian Townsend, for sparing his time for today's event. He's always, basically Sanjay and I personally know him, so he's always an inspiration to us. I think a lot of audience is already gone, but like we can do basically unmute ourselves and give a round of applause to our senator, our president, our reformers, and all our volunteers and performers. Let us do that.
And thank you, Anubha.
Thanks a lot, Anubha. Like you did an awesome job. You did an excellent job, actually.
Let's just take a picture.
And congratulations, Tulika.
Yeah, yes.
Congratulations.
Well deserved.
Means a lot. I'm on cloud 9 today.
In the end, I can say one message: let us join our hand together. Let us join our hands together. Together,
Yes.
we can make a difference.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye.
That's good program. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, kids. Thank you, the small word to just giving awesome. You kids are awesome, and Jenny is to a different world. Every time I ask her and she accomplished that, fulfilled my dreams. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And thanks, Jenny. You
Thank you.
always show great energy, and that's always true encouragement to all of us. Thank you, Jenny. And I was so much impressed with the acting ability of these kids. Wow. They did an awesome job. And so probably you can announce the end of this program and we can quit.
I think she left.
I think
She already left. Okay, so let me announce, like we are ending this program now today. And thank you to everybody for your participation. And Tulka, once again, thank you for your hard work.
Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, Vedi, thank you.
Thank you, Vesa. Thank you, Maria ma'am. Thank you, Shalini ma'am. Thank you so much. Means a lot.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
ma'am.
sir.
Hello. हाँ बोलिए. So I'm leaving the meeting.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Me too.